Steph Curry and Under Armour parting ways. I honestly think this was overdue in my opinion. Looking into everything is actually a lot deeper than presented. I didn't realize it was this deep. Following the release of Curry 13, which would be the final Curry brand and Under Armour shoe, Curry brand will move forward as an independent company. They're releasing the shoe in like February 2026. I don't expect the sales to be high, probably really low to be honest, because nobody gonna care. Nobody cared about his previous shoes, if I'm being real, besides the first two. Someone got to investigate this account. Centel posted this August 24th, 2024. They got to have legit sources. That's pretty crazy. They been a little too accurate. I'm starting to think Woj behind this account, but that's story for another day. Curry brand signed De'Aaron Fox, Davion Mitchell, a couple other people. Even remember the Kinsey kid on the right. He was an internet sensation last year for the Lakers. Curry ended up signing him. It was a major story saying how Steph was a big motivation for him, and Steph took advantage of it and signed him to the Curry brand. It was a good gesture. I don't know what he's doing now, but he had a lot of people signed under the Curry brand umbrella, right? Trying to market it. I think overall, just UA just did a terrible job of marketing the greatest shooter of all time. You could look at something, because there's only two ways this thing could go, and I'm gonna bring Kobe up. So before Kobe passed away, he was supposed to leave Nike, right? Because he was unhappy about how Nike was handling some stuff. Kobe Bryant was reportedly planning for a massive breakup with Nike. The retired NBA star intended to end his 17-year relationship to start the Mamba brand, Curry brand, keep this in mind. And then an American venture capitalist shared details on Twitter of the meeting he had with Kobe to discuss plans for Mamba. This the guy he's talking about. Because there's only two ways this Curry thing could go. It's either he goes to Nike or he's making a similar move to Kobe, which will be something no one has ever done and could revolutionize athletes do like signature shoe deals. You're a top player, it's like, okay, you're a top guy, go to Under Armour, go to New Balance, go to Nike, go to all these different places. Kobe was about to change that, right, completely. And Curry might either be doing that or just signing with Nike. These were the designs my team did to show up that day for an independent Mamba shoe company. The calendar details, there were witnesses to the meeting, and Kobe plans like Gina Ford, who manages Usain Bolt, right? This is Gina Ford right here. And you see they had the meeting. That was like the meeting details. I'm gonna be real, I don't know how well these would have sold. People rock with Kobe. But I think this is one of the designs. Kobe was not satisfied with the trajectory of his relationship with Nike, similar to Curry. And what he was about to do in business was gonna eclipse his sports career. So for Curry, he basically was carrying UA. And I think the situation was kind of supposed to be similar to like when Jordan first got to remember when Jordan first got to Nike, and then he made some good business moves, and then y'all see how Jordan is today. I think Curry wanted that for UA, especially as his popularity grew, because Curry wasn't lit at first. I forgot what game it was that flipped the switch, but whenever he flipped the switch for Golden State, that's supposed to transfer over to the shoe company you're signed with. You see it with every player. Like, I think Kyrie's do better than Steph Curry shoes. Armour lost nearly $600 million of its value as a company. Its stock plummeted by more than 4% after the CEO of a major footwear realtor said the latest version of Steph Curry's shoe wasn't doing well at all. How's the greatest shooter of all time shoe not doing well? Look, they said Curry's products make up about 5%, $200 million, Under Armour's total annual business. He's the company's most prominent endorser. So your company's most prominent endorser not selling shoes, that doesn't add up. One of his jersey sales are top 5 every single season. He's one of the most famous people in the NBA. How in the world does Curry shoes not sell well unless the marketing is trash or the product is trash?
Out of a bajillion shoes, you only had 2 that the world looked at and said, those are cool. Those are all right. They did injustice to one of the legends of the game. Steph, why you think nobody went there? If you're gonna go anybody besides Nike, you gotta go Adidas or Reebok. Because all my life, I've been into many gyms. I've been to many AAU places. I ain't never seen nobody with the Stephs.
Facts.
I ain't never heard nobody say, ooh, I got the Stephs on. But if you was with somebody else, because you're so transcendent, you feel me? I'm not saying his sales were bad or anything like that.
They were very bad. I don't think he did his research.
I'm just saying, Steph's never really touched the hood, or because we're not always in the hood. So I'm glad. One of the legends of the game should have some opportunity to get in there with somebody that actually know how to draw.
If Steph's shoes was like, I imagine John Morant designs, but they're owned by Steph. Like y'all see how John Morant shoes are? Imagine Steph created that. His shoes will be out of here, bro. Everybody be wearing his shit. John didn't do all that dumb shit. I think his sales would be up there with Kyrie, but he does so much dumb stuff.
Of all time. his worst three against my worst three.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know no Curry shoe that look good. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I don't be knowing when they release. It's crazy.
What? Oh man, dude. Really?
Oh, dude. Yeah, really.
That's all right. So for my honorable mention, I remember these got so much hate during the time. We're going with the Curry 2 lows.
Yeah, these are trash. Nobody's rocking that,
They're
bro.
not the best.
Let's do the worst three.
For my third pick, I'm going with the Steph Curry 5s.
Yeah.
Could have put those higher, to be honest.
You know what's funny? For my number 3 pick, I'm going with the Steph Curry 5s as well. I forgot I put him in there. But...
For my number 2, this could have been number 3. But I'm going to go number 2, the Steph Curry 6s.
I think I like those.
Bro,
man.
these are so...
No.
All this dude's shoes are ugly, bro.
No, I don't like these. Wait, no. These are cool, man.
Make up your mind.
Oh, Dorian's here. Yikes. And for my number 2 pick, I'm going with the Curry 2.5s.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, Wardell. I love you, bro, but shoe collection is trash, bro. Nah, they did my dog
so
filthy.
much better than the 2.5s. These are supposed to be the better version? Really?
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. My number 1 pick, I'm going with the Steph Curry 303. I was almost done with the list, and then I saw that last minute. I was like, oh, I need to arrange things.
Unanimous.
Popular athlete on the planet, #1 in jersey sales, 1 MVP and a title wearing Under Armour shoes. They had signed him 2 years before, which is like buying Apple stock right before the iPhone. So UA stock went to the moon while they overtook Adidas as #2 in sports apparel sales behind only Nike.
Y'all listen, sports apparel, not shoes, apparel, right? Listen.
But within 2 years, that stock collapsed. Oh, Steph only got more popular and the Warriors dynasty took off. But UA is now under $7 a share, an 86% drop from their peak in 2015. So how did they fail so miserably, despite having their own version of Michael Jordan? Well, they got Steph because Nike made a huge mistake. They were his favorite brand growing up, and Steph's dream was to have a signature shoe. Just about 20 players are on that level, so it was a long shot because Steph was a 3-star prospect in high school with 0 Division I offers. He finally broke out as a junior for Davidson, but experts questioned his NBA potential. He doesn't have the upside. Ricky Rubio and Jeff Teague are all more athletic, so Steph fell to 7th in the '09 draft, but still hooked up with Nike. So to understand his deal, this is how the NBA shoe game actually works. There are 3 levels. Tier 1 is a signature shoe, the most elite club in basketball. It pays between $5 million and $15 million a year, plus a 5% royalty on sales. For example, Jordan Brand exploded to $6.6 billion in sales last year. MJ had 5% of that, so he earned $330 million in 1 year. The next tier is a cash deal. Guys who aren't quite as popular like DeMar DeRozan. That pays $200K to $3 million a year, plus incentives. No signature shoe, but they do get a custom shoe to wear in games, about 20% of the NBA. Tier 3 is a merchandise deal for bench players, like 70+% of the league. They get free merch throughout the year worth like $25K, basically an unlimited gift card for wearing the brand. Steph got a cash deal, which is nice, but he wanted that signature status. And his first 4 years in the NBA were solid, outside of constant ankle injuries. But in that last season, he broke out. Steph broke the record for three-pointers made in a season and dropped 54 at Madison Square Garden wearing Nike Zoom Hyperfuses. Well, they met with Steph. Their most important exec, Lynn Merritt, who advised LeBron, was not there. Slap in the face. Then the presentation started, and somebody referred to Steph as Stephon and never corrected themselves. Then they showed a PowerPoint slide with Kevin Durant on it, left over from another pitch, but they didn't care enough to double check. His dad said, I stopped paying attention after that. Nike has their certain tiers of athletes. They got Kobe, LeBron, Durant, who are their 3 main guys. If Steph signed back with them, we're on that second tier, which means his signature shoe dream was dead. So Steph shocked the world signing with Under Armour for $4 million. At the time, they were nothing in the shoe space, a 0.35 market share, which you need a microscope to see. But on January 8, 2015, they debuted the Curry Ones. Steph broke his own three-point record, won MVP and the title. So the Curry Ones did a record $153 million in sales in 3 months. UA's footwear business shot up by 350%. Steph had the #1 selling shoe of any active NBA player. UA messed up with Steph. Ja is #1.
Like, this is exactly what I was talking about. Ja Morant. How the fuck is Curry even competing with Sabrina? This is the WNBA player, Sabrina. Like, and this is what I was saying, bro. Like, LaMelo's way higher because it has some swag to it. Even Luka's doing better, but you know, he's international. Curry's international too, but you know, Luka's pretty big. How is Curry this low? Curry's supposed to be at like 45,000. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't add up. If he's competing with Sabrina, if Nike wasn't stupid and released the Caitlin Clark shoe, I think Caitlin Clark will be way higher than Curry too. Caitlin Clark might be in the 40,000. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's a summary. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That's the reason why, you know, that happened. You know, let me know what y'all think in the comment section.